Hello YouTube, welcome to the first update on Pumpkin Road since it officially got its name. So some things have changed. As you can hopefully see, there's been some scenic updates as well. So we'll just have a quick rattle through, show you what's gone on and then give you the plans for what's happening next. So first of all, we do now have a sign. So this is a nice weathered British Railways custom sign that I managed to find and get hold of. So the layout has now got its official name there, Prize and Place above Pumpkin Road Shed. Next thing, track plan. So the track plan did get some alterations. The sidings over here on this side beforehand, they were a little bit not the most aesthetically pleasing. They were full of curves and little wiggles here and there, and we still have got that to some kind of degree, but it's a lot neater than what it was before. It has shortened a couple of the sidings, but again, I'm not too fussed about that. Uncoupling, you know, I only need one wagon to be able to sit in there, and me running the smaller locos, that's absolutely fine as well. We've still got the longer siding there down the side of the shed, and of course we've still got the long road, you know, into the shed as well. So there's still plenty of track there, still plenty of scope for shunting, moving locos around and things. So that was the first thing that we've done since the last video. Included a new point in here. I wasn't happy with one of the points. It was a little bit unpredictable, so we've put a new point in there. So yeah, track plan had an alteration. Retaining wall. We've also painted the backboard as well. Now I've only just gone for a really light blue across the top there. I'm not planning on anything too extreme. I just needed, you know, some imitation of sky, if you like. So we've painted the top half blue, and then the retaining wall is in. So all 3D printed, in PLA, and it's a really good print. I think I did show a little bit of it in the last video, but we now have 7 sections in there. The plan was for 5, but the actual first test print was absolutely fine as well, so we've put that in there, and then we printed an extra one out for good luck. So that's on. Was sprayed just a generic grey, then it has been weathered with some washes and then some powders, bit of grime, some moss streaks, things like that. Not fully over enamoured with it. I mean, it does look good, and it's doing for now, but I may go in and add some more things on there. The space at the end, I think we're going to go for a laser cut factory end as well in there, just to break it up so it's not the same wall running full length of the layout. But that needs to be bought and built and added. So that's that. Once it's been weathered, also added a few signs there just outside the shed. There's a couple as well there on the shed end, first aid, fire extinguisher. We also have a stop sign for entry into the yard. So some tiny little bits of detailing work has gone in there as well. The dry stone wall, that is now down, fitted and running full length of the track, which is exactly what I wanted. I just felt like it was just a really nice appearance. You know, that opportunity of just being able to look over the wall and watch the trains. So that's yeah, running full length of the road, and it runs all the way up to the little platform there at the end. Talking of the road, so we have made a start on the road surface. Now this is sandpaper, just cheap sandpaper. I always use sandpaper for roads because it's a brilliant texture, especially if you get something fine enough as well. It doesn't look ridiculously out of scale or stupid. Sandpaper does give a good imitation, and you know, if you can score like cracks into there and things, and once you weather it, your weathering will sit in there and it just looks really good. Started experimenting with some powders, but not happy with that, so I'll probably weather it in the usual way with washes and things. But the road has come up as far as this point here. Now the reason it's stopped there is because this area is still a little bit up in the air. I think I know what I want to go for. I think we'll go for a bit of a village, bit of a street scene along the front. Not something I've ever done before, isn't building houses and villages and things like that, so looking forward to it. Plus as well, I also think, you know, looking down between the houses, it's going to give you a bit of a unique look, you know, through to the railway there at the back. So houses are planned for this end, maybe a few terraced ones, something like that. We have got a bit of a church, I think, churchyard going on here. The missus has always wanted me to have a church on my railways, and I thought, you know what, why not? Again, there's a nice small laser cut one out there, so we're probably going to go for some kind of really small village church, bit of a grassed area, churchyard type thing, and then that's probably going to back onto some cottages, or like I said, maybe terraced houses, but that's the plan for now. So hence the roadway stop there, because we need to expand it out here once we know what we've got dimensions wise. Over this end, so the old triangle platform, this has been given a little bit of a tart up with some self-adhesive flagstones, and I'm going to fence around the edge of there as well with some nice slanted fence style station posts. That'll go around the edge. The buffer stops as well, they've all had a weather. This one's had a lamp added, but I've weathered them all roughly with some powders, and again need to go in with some dry brushing. So for now, progress has been made. It has started, and I am really liking the look of it. Ballast has begun, so I have also weathered the rear track there. The rails have been weathered with some brown along the side, and ballasting has been started. So the ballasting needs weathering. It needs a little bit of a tidy up as well. It's on some sleepers here and there, which does my head in. But yeah, once it's tidied, then I'll go back in and weather the ballast also. So I think we're going to start from the shed corner and work outwards, I think. So I'll probably do front of the shed, and then maybe come onto the sidings, and then just work that way then with the village and things, and just come across the board that way. So next things to do, continue the ballast, get that weathered as well, possibly go in and start detailing and adding scenery into the yard. Like I said, maybe get this end done first, or just maybe get the track work done first before we move on to the scenics at the front. So plenty of static grass detailing parts. There's not going to be too much going on in these sidings. I think I've mentioned before, again, I want everything quite low down, giving a good view of locos and things. But yeah, I'll probably get that done first, and then maybe get hold of the laser cut buildings and stuff to go at the front. But it's cracking on. I'm happy, it's looking good, happy to get the name up. I've still been having lots and lots of fun pootling locos up and down and moving them around. Or magnets as well. I do need to go into the track for the shunting last I think on. We need to put in the uncoupling system. But yeah, for now, looking good. And I hope you'll agree we're making progress. So as usual, let me know what you think. And I'll see you all in the Pumpkin Road update 2. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.